How many of you go bowling and don't keep score? You know, the companies who are going to succeed the most by using the data is understanding how to get their employees to like the data as much as you do, right? As a tool, not as a whipping post. It's actual. Nobody's argued with the data. Some guys say, well, why is my utilization so low in this first hour? I've been here an hour and I haven't missed a cycle, but in the beginning of that shift, you might have run one, checked one, run one, checked one, so your cycle times average longer. And I said, just wait, it'll do the metrics the longer that shift goes, because that number's not right. It's like, okay, but at the end of the day, now they're all confident that the data is correct and how it's calculated. This helps bring the real issues to light where everybody can think, oh, if we run that faster, here's what happens. And I said, well, the first thing was the just first part of the day. You know, it just flags it as it is what it is. It's not red, it's just what happened, right? So when I talked to him about that, I said, the first few days we saw those parts were 20 minutes into the shift, a half an hour into the shift before it was up and running. And people started asking, what's that? You know, and we just tell them that that's what it is. And within, you know, a week or so, first part's 2 minutes into the shift, 3 minutes into the shift. Our first part, you know, made dramatically improved. We never had a conversation about it. I didn't have to go to one person and go, hey, we're watching your data and this is why we did this. They all fixed it. You know, I have a saying that if you expect the people who work for you to help you make more money, right? And you try to tell them, we want to make more money and we need you to help us. If they don't know how the company makes money, how do you expect them to give you suggestions to make more money? Even a basic training for our employees to say, why does cycle time matter? And here's where it matters in dollars and cents. That 30 seconds difference makes this much difference in our bottom line, you know, to tie those two together. So it's using data that we have from you guys and using the calculators and the ERP systems that we have to get them on board and believing in what you're doing, right? So I always want people who want to work here, not who want a job. We use the daily coffee cup reports to just, a lot of times second shift, because we don't really have designated supervisor reporting out on that, but just to understand what happened on the shift before. And before you go out and talk to an employee or find out what happened, you've already got a background of it ran well the first half and then somebody may have called for help, you know, in the second half or whatever. So it's that just more information, you know, helps you fix it as opposed to, well, I heard he didn't do well, or, you know, it's all this innuendo that points at people, right? And then you look at what happened and the struggle that person had. You can see the struggle they had. The cost of your system, you know, on a monthly basis for us compared to buying one of your competitors, because I looked at the competitors too, and it's, you know, it's a similar price point, and then they say, but you own it, right? It's yours, and the data is yours. Well, if you're not savvy in data, that means you got to house that data, you got to back that data up. Most people just think, well, I just collect it all. Until your server crashes, it's great, right? The other thing is the updates that you have to buy for. Some, if you buy one of those other competitors, you're going to get updates for some period of time, but not forever. Yeah. Right? And, I was looking forward to this product, and what you guys are doing is exactly what I anticipated would happen. You get some users out there, you start to hammer it a little bit, and then you say, what else, can you add? Because the advantage is this worked right away out of the box, and the analytics were done for you, right? Is the other ones that, we can report on anything. Well, I look at that from, and I've done some programming. That means I have to do everything, right? Or there's some canned reports that would probably do some of it, but then if you wanted to slice it a different way, now you got to do it yourself anyway, and the amount of time that takes. So from a competitor standpoint, the fact that it is live software to me was a selling point. They see a scorecard every day. Before we had that up, right? You show up and you work, and I think it was a good day or whatever. Now this is kind of a confirmation, or keeps them focused on, you really need to try to get to an A, and all jobs aren't going to be an A. There's things that go wrong, and, if nothing else, it's a scoreboard. The employees would say, well, the tool guy came out and the machine was down because we had to fix something, and then he brought the wrong wrench out, so we went back to his toolbox in the tool room, which was 100 yards away, and then walked back here with a wrench and then fix. I go, hey, that's not why we're doing it. We just want to let you know what the score was. Like, how many of you go bowling and don't keep score? It's the data mixed with human nature, and I think that's it's that psychological piece that you guys are selling a data software, but as much as that's good, the more you guys can push, in my mind, that human nature piece. And it's like, once you get this is how to use it. Not that it won't be good if somebody doesn't know how to use it, because the data speaks for itself. But if you have teams and the companies engage in why we're doing this, and then have meetings around those opportunity reports, of why didn't that job run well, and gather those people around, it'll even embed that even more.